It's the right time to rise up to the top. Time, 'cause we can't get enough. Fight for the city that we make. Back the power that you crave. Right time to rise up to the top. Time, 'cause we can't get enough. Fight for the city that we make. Back the power that you crave.
Regain control.
It's the right time to rise up to the top. Time, 'cause we can't get enough. Fight for the city that we make. Back the power that you crave. Right time to rise up to the top. Time, 'cause we can't get enough. Fight for the city that we make. Back the power that you crave. Can't get enough of your love, but to save you now I got to give it up. Can't get enough of your love, but to save you now I got to give it up, give it up, give it up. Can't get enough of your love, but to save you now I got to give it up. Can't get enough of your love, but to save you now I got to give it up, give it up, give it up.
Hello everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day, night, whatever time it is for you. A little bit late because as I was about to start stream, my buddy was like, "Hey, wanna play Counter-Strike 2?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do." So, played a couple games of that. Was playing Minecraft a bit today. I kept dying in Minecraft. Because on the server that I play on is super modded. And there's fucking cave centipedes. And the cave centipedes kept kicking my ass. So. And then I had to go into the nether. And then I kept dying in the nether. So. That was fun. But yeah. Today we're working on this piece again. We're gonna finish up the line art, like the line weight. And yeah, we'll get to coloring them. I don't know if I want to shade this. I might shade it. I might not. I might do some like basic bit shading. But yeah. I know yesterday I was like, I'm gonna try to stream earlier. Didn't happen. Apologize for that. I was, I'm trying to build some redstone stuff in Minecraft, and I got carried away, and I kept dying, and I wanted to get my stuff back before I went and got to streaming. And then I got distracted with Counter-Strike. I had a fun time playing Counter-Strike today, though. Had some good games. I think out of, like, we played like 4 games, and out of the 4 that I played, we only lost 1, which is really good. And it was the first one. Ugh. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, at least the fucking music is auto-playing to the next one. I was worried because last time I was having issues where I had to manually press next. I just fucking devoured a delicious lava cake. Jimmy is fucking gaming, playing Night Rain. I was gonna ask him to be my corner content, but then like he was playing with some of his other friends, so I didn't want to steal him. But perhaps if I see him, and like I'm still streaming, if I see him and he's still playing Night Rain, and he's playing by himself, I will get him to be my corner content. Hello, Paper Style 7. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. But yes, I'm drawing birds. Specifically Canadian geese. I had to just double check if my microphone was on. Sometimes I have a bad habit of not like checking all my audio levels before stream. So sometimes I'll start stream and then people will be like, you know we can't hear you, right? And I'm like, oh. Your mic is good? Perfect. But yeah, I hope you're having a great night. I apologize if you can hear my fan at all. It's kind of gross in here. What birds do I have? I have 2 budgies. One is like an old man and one's a young boy. You don't hear the fan? Fuck yeah. I love that. But you do hear the birds. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, I fucking love birds. Particularly budgies. I was thinking about adopting a 3rd budgie at some point. Because you usually, every few months or so, you'll see on Kijiji or whatever, like somebody rehoming budgies. And I like I like taking care of budgies. They're super cute. Budgies are cool. They very much are. I love them. And they have a lot to say. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that he's beeping this much. I do kind of have them on, like, the same fucked up sleep schedule that I'm on, though. Like, stay up late and then fucking sleep in late. Oops. They were napping for, like, a solid couple of hours, though. The one light in my bedroom went out, so, like, the light that's closest to me is still working fine, but the other light went out in the bedroom. But the light is weird because instead of it just being a bulb, it's like a light strip for some reason. So you ruined your bird's sleep schedule. They're on the same sleep schedule that I am, so yeah. They still get lots of sleep, though. Just at a different time. And then whenever I can get my fucking background check back and start my other job, then, they'll be on that schedule instead. Which may still kind of be similar, because the shift that I'm looking at is also, like, an evening shift, so I don't think I'll be at my workplace too late. But I'll know more details once the background check comes back. It's taking a long fucking time, though. I applied for the background check on, like, the 6th, and I still haven't heard back yet. So they started getting me to do online training for the job instead, while I wait. Which is fine, but it kind of sucks, because, like, I'm not getting paid, so. It is a long time, yeah. Which is kind of confusing, because, like, I live in a fairly small town, so you would think that they don't really have a lot to do. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I know, there's not a whole lot of crime going on. I mean, I also live under a rock, so, like, I don't know. I may just not be aware of any crime that's going on, if there is crime going on. The only thing I heard about recently was, there was apparently some, like, teenagers throwing rocks at cars. I don't know how true that is, though. I wasn't there. I doubt there was, like, a formal report either. It was just somebody bitching on, like, the local Facebook group about it. Which, like, valid, honestly. Like, if some kid was fucking throwing rocks at my car, I'd also be pissed. Like, that shit's not cheap to fix if it, like, breaks any glass or anything, so. Bro, Tef lives in a crime city. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's some secret shit going on that I don't know about, but I'm more than willing to bet that the cops are just kind of useless, if I'm being honest. What the fuck do I pay you guys for? Actually, it was funny when I went to go and, because normally when you go and get a background check, you used to have to go into the local police station and, like, request it, and, like, bring, like, a letter from your job that's requesting the background check kind of thing. But then when I went in, they were like, yep, you just do it all online now, and it's like, so I have to fill out all the information? What am I paying taxes for? They don't even do their goddamn job. Do you think that Gotham City is like the, like, do you think per capita of, like, fake fictional cities, do you think that their crime per capita is the highest? I worded that very, like, fucked up, but I think I got my question across. There's gotta be, like, some sort of stat on that. Like, surely somebody's, you know, done the stats on fictional video game cities. And which one has more crime per capita. I could totally do the math for it. I just don't want to do all that research, because there's a lot of video games. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because when I think of, like, Crime City for video games, I think of Gotham City. But perhaps there's another fictional city that has more crimes going on. I live under a rock when it comes to superhero stuff. I don't really watch a lot of superhero stuff either. Like, I know kind of basic shit. Like, oh, I know, like, names of the certain characters and, like, some of the names of, like, cities and shit, but past that, I wouldn't say I'm super into, like, superhero stuff. The only thing that I've ever actually watched superhero-wise is, I watched, Spider-Verse. And the only reason why I watched Spider-Verse to begin with was because the animation style was very delectable looking. I still believe that it is. I like Spider-Verse, but that's about it. I don't read any comics or anything. Although I do remember in high school, my one friend gave me a bunch of different Batman comics to read, which they were pretty good. And then he gave me a Green Lantern comic. I can't remember which Green Lantern comic it was, because I guess Green Lantern is kind of like Doctor Who, in the sense that, like, there's a different one. I guess you could say, like, the same thing with Spider-Man. Like, there's a bunch of different Spider-Man. Same thing with Green Lantern, I guess. But yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, other... Like, what other, like, cities or towns in fiction have, like, a lot of crime? I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, honestly. I was gonna say, like, I was gonna say GTA, but then I remembered that GTA's cities are real-life cities. So I wouldn't count that. Because it's technically set in a real place. Kamurocho? What is that from? I almost closed the music, oops. Oh, from Yakuza? I haven't played Yakuza games. I probably should. They honestly, they look pretty fun. I just remembered I have to make, thumbnails for some of the games that I'm planning to play next week. I've played and beat all 11 mainline games. Honestly, like, so, like, a buddy of mine, he did a playthrough of a bunch of the Yakuza games, and they honestly look very silly and fun. I know, like, I've seen, like, a couple cutscenes and stuff from the game. But, I haven't actually played it. They do look fun, though. Maybe at some point I'll stream them. There's a lot of games that I have to play. One of my regulars, he wants me to play Gears of War really bad, but apparently they're remaking like the first Gears of War game for PC. So he's like, "Oh, you can just wait until August and then you should play that." And I was like, "You know what? Sounds good." You just have to play them in order, though. Yeah, that game strikes me as the type that has like a very it's very plot important. I also want to play Halo Infinite on stream. Jimmy and I started playing it, and it's very fun. I like the grapple hook mechanic. I like that you can do like the run, grapple, slide for like movement boost. Shit's ballin'. I've been kind of itching to replay Saints Row, because I really like Saints Row. I still never beat the second game, but that was because I was having a lot of... There was this one mission that I was having a lot of trouble with. I guess because, like, the PC port for Saints Row 2 is not very good. So, because I play keyboard and mouse, it was very fucked, driving certain cars. They were very touchy. Perhaps it's not as bad, and maybe it was just a skill issue back then, but I remember having to, like, download a mod for the game so that the driving was not as terrible. I've had some people suggest that I play Persona games as well. I have to replay Undertale at some point too, because I think Deltarune is coming out. Like, the rest of the chapters for Deltarune are coming out this year, if I'm remembering correctly. There's a lot of games that I gotta play in my library. It just sucks because a lot of the games that I haven't played aren't really, what's the word? They're not, like, story-based. A lot of them are roguelikes, which I enjoy roguelikes, but I gotta be in the mood to play a roguelike. I have to stop buying snacks too far ahead in advance for events. I'm going camping next weekend, and we went out recently and got some like drinks and snacks, and I have already like tore through one of the bags of snacks. I'm very much like a grazer when it comes to eating. I'm the type of person that just like kind of snacks here and there all day. If I'm feeling up to it and I got energy, I'll make a full meal, but a lot of times I'm just like, no, I would like to make a little charcuterie tray and eat from there. Honestly, if it were up to me, I would eat like charcuterie boards all the time. If I didn't have to prep them and I could just like have money to buy them. I love a good board full of like fruits and cheeses and different delectable meats. Little crackers and tiny breads. So good. Maybe a little pickle in there. Little slice of dill pickle or some other like salty snack. I'm not too fond of I almost said almonds. I'm not too fond of olives. I'll eat them, but it's like if I have a choice, I'd rather just eat like a pickle. A little pickle. I love a good garlic dill pickle. I have this jar of like gigantic pickles and they're so good, but the thing is that they're very like juicy on the inside, so when you bite into them they kind of like the juice gets like everywhere. But they're very tasty. They're super good for like cutting up and putting on burgers. Also, if you hear yelling in the background, that's Jimmy's playing Night Rain with his friends, so he's going crazy with it. My birds are being so adorable. Oh my gosh. I should get like a millet dispenser for them. And then I can let Chet dispense millet for the budgies. But then they would get super fat. I'm trying to like get them to not be super fat. I feel like charcuterie boards are too time consuming. I'd rather eat a sandwich. I like a good sandwich. That's what I mean though, like if... Or like, do you mean like time consuming to eat? Because like they're definitely time consuming to prepare. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, like I'm just... I like picking at food. I like picking at food. I like a good sandwich though. There's a local sandwich shop in my town. And they make fucking ballin' sandwiches. I always get double cheese on my sandwiches. I like cheese a lot. A little bit of Swiss and cheddar on there. Oh, one of these days I'm gonna put jalapeno Havarti cheese on it though. Give it a little bit of a kick. I like a little bit of spice. Actually, what I've been craving lately, there's like a wing place nearby and they have this flavor and it's spicy citrus. Oh my god. It's so good. I'm like, my mouth is watering thinking about it. Like, that's how good it is. It's got a nice kick to it. And like, I don't know. The citrus like kind of burns my mouth in the same way that like salt and vinegar chips do. So good. Ooh, I'm trying to think of what kind of chocolate I want to bring for making s'mores with. I think I might splurge and get one of those like giant $10 chocolate bars. Like the Belgian ones or whatever. They taste so good. Get like a milk chocolate, maybe put a little bit of hazelnut in there. Actually, I should check and see if there's anybody for this event that has nut allergies. I don't want to like bring nuts and kill somebody. Milk chocolate is good. I love milk chocolate. If I'm in the mood, I'll eat dark chocolate as well, but I feel like if I'm gonna eat dark chocolate, I have to like have like fruit with it or something to like kind of balance out the bitterness. But it has to be actually good chocolate, yeah. I hear ya. I like, I always like having almond chocolate or like hazelnut. I don't like those cheap tasting chocolates. That's fair. Sometimes I'll eat the cheap shitty chocolate, but that's just because like it's what I grew up with. So like I eat it more so for like nostalgia than like the actual flavor. I have to go through yesterday's stream and clips and stuff. I should start editing TikToks again. I gotta edit short form content again. I have to do all the creative things before I have to start my job. Ugh, I've been enjoying not working. Cause the only thing that I have to work on is shit that I actually want to do. Like art. I remember the one time I had a soda and it tasted like those cheap dollar store tree chocolates and I threw it away. Ugh. I feel like if your pop tastes like chocolate, then it's probably nasty. I feel like pop has like a different like sugar taste. Like, yes, it tastes like sugar, but it's a different kind of sugar. And, like, even different kinds of pop have, like, the different... Obviously, because, like, otherwise they wouldn't be different, but... Yeah. I don't know. I can't... I get a sore tummy if I drink most dark pops. Dr. Pepper doesn't bug me, which is why I fucking love drinking that shit. But if I used to be able to like drink Pepsi and like cola and stuff, but yeah, it hurts my tummy if I drink a lot of it. And it's like kind of good because like I shouldn't be drinking a lot of it to begin with, but like I don't know, I'm just like an unhealthy person. I used to not be super unhealthy, but I feel like partly because like a lot of the foods that I were raised with were like forbidden, so like now that I'm an adult and I have adult money, I just like buy shit. But I drink tea and stuff too, so I don't know, balance. Everything in moderation, I suppose. Oh, are my birds kissing? Are you guys kissing? Oh, they're so cute. I love them. They did a kiss. Epic, yeah. Sometimes they do a kiss, but most times, oh my god, most times they are like low-key bullying each other. Specifically, the like younger one likes to bully the older one. I have to sometimes like I have to defend the older one sometimes and be like, don't be mean to him, he's just an old man. He's an old man, but he's still my little baby bird. I love him. They're being very cute right now. They got big old fluffing chops. Poor old man. Yeah. He's just an old stinky man. Oh. But he's very much loved still. Even though he's an old, stinky, grouchy man. He's been, like, super, actually both of them have honestly been super brave recently. Normally they just, stay in the bedroom. Like, they have free range of the house, like, when we're up and about. But, they've been a lot more brave, and they've been, like, flying out to the kitchen and stuff, which is kind of funny and cute, because, like, we'll be watching TV, my boyfriend and I, Jimmy, and, they'll, like, fly out and, like, sit on the back of the couch, or, like, sit on top of the, fridge, and they'll watch TV with us, which I think is kind of cute, but then sometimes I'll be cooking, and they're, like, flying around in the kitchen, and I'm like, holy shit. I've started having to close the door when I'm cooking, because I'm scared that, like, they're pretty good about not flying near the stove, but I don't want to take that risk. I'd rather not have one of them get injured. It's like, I don't know. I like worry that, like, oh, like one of them accidentally, like, collides into the wall, or like, there was one time both of them collided in midair, actually. And I'm worried that they're gonna do that over top of the stove and, like, land in hot oil or, like, something. Or, like, on a pan or a pot that's hot, and I don't want them to get hurt, so I've been closing the door when I cook. Mostly, though, if they're going out into the living room or something, they'll just kind of, like, walk along the floor. Which is really funny, because they are fully capable of flying. But sometimes they just like to walk everywhere. It's kind of silly. They have a funny little waddle. They like to walk around. Yeah, they do. They do. Sometimes they'll, like, fly out into the kitchen and then fly back to the bedroom and, like, do a lap around the apartment. It's kind of funny. Or, like, when I'm getting their food in the morning, they've been, like, flying out on top of the fridge and, like, watching me prep their food for them. It's kind of funny. I think it's cute. Ooh. They're very silly birdies. Oh, speak of the devil, they're being floor chickens again. I have to be careful though, because sometimes they'll, like, crawl under my fucking, my, like, computer chair. So I always double check that they're not directly under the wheels before I move. I'm so scared of, like, running them over or something. It's funny though, because they're getting, like, more clingy. They used to be kind of... They used to be a bit more sketched out. Like, they wouldn't really come hang out, but now they like to come and hang out. I was testing out guitar sound fonts, and one of the sound fonts crashed FL Studio. Oh no! You like making music? What kind of music do you make? I low-key wanna I kinda wanna get into making, like, chiptune type music, but the last time I looked at a chiptune tracker, it was very confusing, and all of the tutorials were too long. Music is very cool, I agree. I should honestly practice my trumpet more. I have 2 trumpets, and, like, I don't practice them enough, but You kind of just go with the flow. Fair enough. I dig it. I dig it. What are you doing on the floor, mister? Are you cleaning up after yourself today because you made a mess of your pellets? Yeah, you better be cleaning. He's such a silly goose. He made a mess of the pellets. Yeah. So, lately what I've been doing is, like, I've been feeding them pellets from my hand, because I'm trying to get them used to being handled a bit more and, like, being around my hands. So that way, when I have to do nail trims and stuff, they don't freak out as much. And, I'm also getting Jimmy to, like, feed them by hand as well. And, today, he was feeding them, but he was only using one hand. Normally, like, when I feed them, I like, cup my two hands together. And, I don't know why, but they were, like, scared when he had both of his hands together, so he just had the one hand with the pellets in it. But Cher, the older one, he kept, like, pecking the pellets out of his hand and just, like, making a huge mess. It was super, super cute. And Jimmy's like, should I clean those up? And I was like, honestly, just leave it. The birds will walk around and pick it up at some point. I should make them like a proper foraging dish, I guess. I've seen some people, they'll take like those tinfoil cooking things, like that you put like a lasagna in, and they'll put like seed and stuff in the bottom, and a bunch of shredded paper and like toys and shit. A snack for them while they walk around. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like what they do in the wild, pecking for seeds at the ground. I'm so happy though, because like they were refusing to eat the pellets for the longest time, but now they're finally like eating the pellets, which rocks. I'm getting them on like a chop diet. They were pretty like they were pretty upset at first, but they still get a tiny bit of seed, but not nearly like they used to just eat only seed at one point. So I had been trying to convert them for so long, but the only way that I could get them to eat the pellets is by, like, crushing it into a fine dust and then spraying the seed with, like, a little bit of water and doing it that way. But then I talked to somebody on Reddit, and they were like, oh yeah, like, if you just do this, like, they'll eventually convert. I've had a lot of people have luck with this. So I followed their advice, and lo and behold, the birds are now eating chop and pellets, which is great. They would eat their full vegetables, but for some reason, if I like chopped it all up, they didn't want to touch it. So I'm glad we got them on a better diet, because yeah, they deserve to eat better. And I have a food processor now, which makes my life a lot easier when making their chop, because I don't have to like cut it all up. I don't have to cut it all up by hand. My laptop crashed and it gave me a sad face like that. Yeah, that's Windows new blue screen. I think they introduced that in like Windows 10. Maybe sooner than that, honestly, I don't know. Actually, no, it had to have been Windows 10 because I used to have like Windows Vista at one point. And I think Windows 8 as well. And it was just like the plain blue screen with the text on it. So. Where's my music? Oh, it's doing the thing again. Okay, we'll bring this over here. I was having this issue yesterday too. There we go. That's unfortunate that it started again. I don't know why, but like for really long YouTube music playlists, it doesn't like to autoplay the next song after a certain point. And then it started doing it again, and then now it's back to me having to do it manually, which kind of sucks, but maybe this time it'll only be for a couple and not like 20. It's kind of ironic because the only times that it happens are when it's playing the Splatoon remixes. I kind of want to bust open my lemonade, but I just ate a lava cake. Do I want to rot my teeth out more, or do I be responsible and just drink water? Choices, choices. I think I'll just drink water because the water's already here. Delicious water. I don't know if I want to shade this piece. We'll see how I feel when I get the flat colors done. I might just leave this as like a flat color piece. Since it's just like part of a different thing, like a stream asset. And then I think the next stream asset I want to fix, maybe the stream starting and stream ending screens. Geese. Song's kind of a bop though. Oh, I wish I knew how to drive manual so I could drive Jimmy's car around and blast tunes, because his car has better speakers than mine does. I have to get my car fixed really bad, but alas, I have no income and cannot afford it. And the savings I have need to be used for rent. Gotta love being an adult, eh? Oh. Bup. Ah! I almost want to do like some animations for like, oh, like you got a follower. I don't know what I want to do for the animations, though. I gotta like brainstorm on what I want to do. Also, oh my god, I'm so upset. So like my job, they're getting me to do online training. And when they first did it, I was like, oh, like you have like due dates for this stuff. It's like, okay, cool. So I started doing it, and then today they were like, oh yeah, like you have stuff that's past due. And I was like, that's odd. I did the stuff that was already due. Why, what do you mean I have stuff that I didn't finish on time. And it's because whoever is like adding the teaching stuff to my thing didn't add all the stuff in, so it's like, you did it late. And it's like, I didn't do it late though, it was added after the fact. If it was added to begin with, I wouldn't be late actually. So it like makes me nervous. It's like, why is there a fucking due date on this shit? I might low-key ask if they can like pay me to do the training. I'll be like, hey, like, I'm spending like a day's worth of wages doing this training. And I feel like I should get paid for being trained. Worst thing they can say is no, so. I just don't know how to, like, ask for that. Like, what's a nice, like, how do you ask nicely for that? Right? Oh, Lord. My music!
Oh my god,
I gotta work more on my 2D model as well. There's so much fucking creative stuff I gotta do, and every time I have free time to do the creative things, I just play Minecraft instead. Oh. Artist Bane. I could just be like disciplined and like force myself to do it, but that's no fun. But like I also want to play games because games are fun, right? Like I don't know. It's so hard like choosing like what do I want to do? Do I want to be an adult and do like chores and shit, or like do I want to do my hobbies? And I have too many hobbies, and I have too many creative projects. It's rough out here, it's rough out here. Anybody that has a lot of hobbies will also relate to this as well. But like, the feeling, I honestly feel like sometimes I spend more time trying to like think of what I want to do than actually just doing my hobbies. So I end up like sitting there like, ooh, like I could do this, and it's like, ooh, or I could do this, or I could do this. And then by the time I finally start doing the thing, it's like, oh, you have an hour left before you have to go to sleep, silly goose. And it's like, fuck. I can't believe I've wasted all my time. So I don't know, maybe I should like try to find a strat. I've honestly found that using like a spinning like random wheel that's like, hey, like here's all the shit that you want to do, because then like when you, and it's not necessarily to have the wheel pick what you actually do, but when you spin the wheel you realize what you actually really want to do, and then you just do it. I did that for like food choices when I worked at my last job, because they had a lot of different what's it called? They had like a lot of good menu items, and sometimes I was like, I don't know what I want to eat. So I made a wheel and called it a day. Let me adjust the size of this so I don't have to like scroll down every time I wanna. There we go. I should probably try starting stream at like a more regular time. I don't know. I get so carried away. It's like the conflicting feeling of like, I want to do the thing that I'm currently doing, but it's also like, I made a schedule for myself. So, I gotta do the thing. Oh my lord. Rip Jimmy. I don't know what happened, but it didn't sound good. Just purely based off of that yell right there. I don't think anything good happened. Ugh. Ba-ba-bum. Oh yeah, I was thinking of learning a speed run. I was trying to figure out, because like, I've always wanted to try speed running, but like, there's too many games that I want to be good at almost for me to like be good at speed running. But I still want to try speed running, but like, I don't know what game I would want to speed run. And then Jimmy's like, you should speed run that one game. And I was like, okay. And that one game is 𝙻𝚸𝙽𝚃, by the way. And like, I totally could. But it's like, a lot of it is RNG based is the problem. Like, every time you enter a dungeon, the floor layout is different. And they have what's called gate keys. And basically, you need a gate key, excuse me, to continue to the next floor. And sometimes, like, you'll kill all of the enemies, and the last one that you kill is the one that's holding the gate key. And it's randomized which enemy is holding the gate key, so it's not even like, oh, it's always going to be this enemy type. So you just have to, like, hope that you get it. And, like, the any percent run is the shortest of all of them, like, with most any percent runs. But it sucks because it's like, I forgot where I was going with this. It sucks because, like, it's a lot of, like, precise menu navigation. And I feel like if you fuck up the menu navigation, you fail the glitch that needs to happen. Oh, man. There's a lot of different sounds going on this song. It's kind of funky. That's a majestic looking fucking goose right there if I've ever seen one. fucking majestic. I love that shit. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, at some point I'll have to like do a traditional art stream, use up some of my traditional art supplies. I love doing traditional art from time to time. Sometimes it's like annoying because in my opinion, like I find that shit is easier to edit on digital art. Like if the proportion's like a little bit off, I can just select it and fucking transform it rather than having to redraw everything, which is really helpful and nice. So I don't know. Yeah. What I would love to get for what I would really love to get for what's the word? Traditional art is I want to get a light box. So that way I can do like a sketch and then I can just get a new piece of paper and then put the inks on top of that. Rather than like inking over top of the actual pencil and then having to erase it. Because I noticed that, and this might just be like the type of paper that I'm using, but I noticed that when I erase like traditionally, it'll kind of lighten the ink a little bit. So usually like when I'm inking, what I'll do is I'll do like the initial, kind of like what I am doing with like digital. I'll go over it once with the just like the thin line, and then I'll erase, and then I'll add the line weight afterwards because then it darkens the line art back up again. Ugh. Ooh, I just had a great idea. I might do a face mask. I have to like low-key fix my sleep schedule. I've been like sleeping until like 1 p.m. Staying up till 4 a.m. Not good. I keep telling myself this, but I think tomorrow I'm actually gonna commit where like I'm gonna wake up at a decent time and then I'm just gonna like get up. And then like even if I'm super, maybe I'll make like a green tea right off the rip. I have an easier time waking up if I actually get up. In fact, I have to be careful going pee in the middle of the night because if I am moving around too much, I won't be able to go back to sleep very quickly. I'm the type of person that I take a while to fall asleep. Sometimes it takes, like, on a good night, it'll take me, like, half an hour. Or, like, if I'm fucking exhausted, I'll, like, pass out pretty quick. But if, for the most part, I find that it takes me minimum, like, 40 minutes to, like, an hour or more to fall asleep. And then some nights are worse than others. Like oh my god, last night it took me probably, like, I would say an hour and a half of tossing and turning before I could actually fall asleep. It's kind of unfortunate, not gonna lie. Ugh, those were some good lava cakes, man. I was up till like 5 last night because Jimmy and I were watching Gran Turismo. And then in like the last like 40 minutes of the movie, I was like, oh my god, I don't have the attention span for this anymore. The movie was pretty good, but if I'm not gonna lie, it felt kind of like cheesy. For those of you that don't know, Gran Turismo is a movie based on a true story about a gamer that became a pro race car driver because he played a game called Gran Turismo, which is a real game, by the way. And it's a it's like a racing sim, but it's like the most accurate racing sim. But yeah, so the story is like about that. And there was like a bunch of moments before he got into an actual car where like oh god, where he would like he'd be playing the game and then like a fake car would like form over him in the fucking movie, and it made me giggle, and I kept joking with Jimmy. I was like, my life is like a video game. I couldn't stop fucking laughing about that, man. It was such a dumb joke, but alas, it made me giggle nonetheless. Oh man, the way, so, oh my god, I have like such a struggle. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, like I really want to like make a tight schedule for me where I'm like super productive and I like schedule all the things. And I've tried doing that. Doesn't fucking work. Doesn't fucking work for me. I don't know. And like, I guarantee you that like the types of people that post like a day in the life of me, and then they're like 5 a.m. wake up, 5:30 workout, and then like they have like a whole day of shit. I feel like they're fucking lying. There's no way somebody wakes up like that and does that every day, day in and day out. To me, you're probably just making content, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to make a video that's like a day in the life of me and it's like totally fake and shit, you can do that. You know what? That's fine. But you're not gonna sit down and tell me that you actually do that. I honestly, and like, it's maybe just like bias of like, well, I can't do it, so like I don't think other people can do it. But like, there's no way, right? There's actually no way, right? Surely. But yeah, like, I don't understand how people can be like that. I feel like they're faking it. I feel like they maybe did it for one day to make the video, but they don't actually do it every day. I don't understand how people can be like morning people, honestly. I'm 100% a night person. I love nighttime. Nighttime is so nice. Very peaceful. There's so much stuff I want to do. I want to update my PC at some point. Have like a second PC set up for VTubing. What I'm thinking I might do is I might upgrade my main PC parts for like gaming stuff, and then what I will do is I'll have a second PC for VTubing software and whatnot. I was thinking of like fucking around with my textures some more, but I feel like, so I started making a 2D model, but then I was looking into it, because you would think that like a 2D thing would be less intensive, but a lot of people are saying that it's almost more intensive. Because you need like more programs open to have it look better, I guess. I don't know. What I really want to do is I want to fuck around with, like I have an old iPhone. I'm pretty sure just the screen is busted because it does charge and it does turn on. But like the screen's just completely borked. And I want to get that fixed because like I just use Android for my regular phone. And iPhone is really good for face tracking. Because it has like the AR kits or whatever they're called. But yeah, like I wanna get that fixed so I can use it for better face tracking. Ugh. Alright, we got one more goose. It's not even a full goose. It's like a quarter goose. We got a quarter goose left to fix the stuff on here. For those of you wondering, I'm watching 𝙻𝙸𝙽𝚃 in the background. I got the music for you guys, but if you... that screaming is fucking 𝙻𝙸𝙽. I don't know how loud that is on stream, but... why does this sound like fucking Fall Guys music? You know what's insane to me? The fact that there's people that cheat in a game like Fall Guys. Like, cheating in general in games is really stupid, but Fall Guys? Like, of all games to cheat in, you're gonna choose fucking Fall Guys? That's crazy work, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna fucking cheat in the fucking bean game, dude? That's fucking crazy. At least, like, the other games that I see a lot of cheaters in, like, okay, I'm not gonna say, like, I sympathize with them or anything, but, like, I kind of understand. Like, people that cheat in Tarkov or, like, Counter-Strike, I get it. Those games are really hard. So, like, I get it, kind of, but Fall Guys? Oh my god. Hi, Rin Princess 66. I need hugs. I'm snuggling my dog. Gotta love pets for that, eh? I miss when I had a dog. If Jimmy wasn't, like, severely allergic to dogs and cats, and I didn't have birds already, I would low-key get, like, a dog or a cat. Probably a dog, honestly. Maybe not. I don't know. You're reading a book? What book are you reading? It made me cry like a bitch. Fourth Wing. I have no idea what that is. That sounds like some sort of, like, dragon type book, though. Oh, it is? Okay. The vibes were correct. I like when a book actually gets you invested in the characters and stuff. It's about dragons, magic, and there's an enemies to lovers. Hell yeah. I recently finished reading The Kill Room by Jeffrey Deaver, and it was pretty darn good. Now I'm reading this book called City of Bones by 𝙻𝙸𝙽𝚃𝚂 or whatever the fuck her name is. And it's alright. It's alright. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it's alright so far. I might start reading the 𝙻𝚫 Code series, but here's the thing about the 𝙻𝚫 Code series. I have all of the books except like the second book, and it pisses me off because I don't want to read the books out of order. But I don't want to like pay full price for a new book when I could probably find it for cheap. But the problem is actually finding it at like a secondhand store. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have a lot of books that... Same thing with the Bourne series, like the Jason Bourne series. I have a bunch of the Jason Bourne books, but I'm like missing a couple of like the first few, so it's like, fuck, I don't want to start reading it and then have to like skip books and fucking come back and read them later. Like, I could do that, but I don't like doing that for books. If I'm gonna read a book series, I'd rather read it in order, because there's probably gonna be some shit where it's like, yeah, by the way, it'll like do like a callback to some earlier book, and then I'm not gonna know what the fuck is going on. I don't know when the last time a book made me cry. I actually don't know if a book has ever made me cry. I think the last time I cried over writing was when I used to roleplay. Because I used to roleplay some pretty angsty shit. As a youngin'. Trying to think of the like last time that I cried over a book. There's definitely been like movies and stuff that I've cried over, but I don't know if I've cried over a book. No book has made me cry. Oh shit, so this is a first time for you too. That must mean it's pretty well written then. Oh, shit. Rebecca Yarrow's the author. If I find it, like, at a thrift store, or if I ever get, like, a... What's it called? A gift card to, like, a bookshop, I'll definitely look for it and see if they have it. Or if I just happen to have more money and time. She's the #1 bestseller at the moment. Okay. See, here's the thing though, like, I like bestsellers is like good, but then like sometimes I've read like bestseller stuff and it's just kind of ass. You won't be able to get a book. Oh, unfortunate. From the thrift store? You'd be surprised the kinds of stuff that people throw out. Well, not throw out, but like donate. There's people that will donate stuff that is, like, worth a lot. Where the fuck? You have to go to Walmart or Barnes and Nobles. Yeah, I'll see if I can find that, but for right now I have a shit ton of other books I gotta get through first, so. But if I'm ever in the mood for a new book, not Fourth Wing, it won't be in a thrift store ever. You'd be surprised, dude. You'd be surprised the kind of things that people put. Because, like, a lot of times, and if they are, it's very, very rare. Well, yeah, I'm sure right now, but, like, by the time I ever get around to... By the time I ever get around to reading it, there may be a chance. There's currently 3 books. By the time you get there will be 5. Well, good, I'm glad. I like having more shit to read right off the rip. Welcome back, Paper Style. I'm gonna say this, you have to search the characters to know what they look like. I mean, they'll probably like have descriptions of the characters throughout the book. I'm very like weird. Usually if I'm reading a book, I won't go out of my way to like search up what the canon design for a character is. Mainly like just because when I'm reading a book, I'll usually have like my kind of own idea of what they look like in my head, and it doesn't always match what the like canon design looks like, I guess. There's very little detail. That's interesting. Normally when people write books, they usually like describe the characters to some degree. Also, you can find fictional characters hot and like not be attracted to that gender in real life. There's plenty of lesbians that I talk to that simp over fictional men, but they would never touch a man in real life. Will it play my things? I'm technically pansexual, but I lean towards women. Fair enough. Oh shit, thank you for the follow, Paper Style. Welcome to the Otter Army. The Otter Army grows. What the fuck? Oh. That's why I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's because I'm not on the right eraser. I told my partner to save me from this book. They said that was suffer. I love having fictional crushes. So it's weird. I have a lot of like in real life, I generally find women more attractive than men in real life. I love my boyfriend, by the way. He's an exception to the rule. But generally speaking, like when I am passing by people in the street, I tend to be more attracted towards the women. However, fictional wise, I find that I'm more attracted to the like fictional men. There's definitely some good like fictional woman characters. I think my biggest thing for like I think part of the reason why I have more fictional men crushes is because unfortunately not everybody knows how to write a good like woman character. So I think that's part of the reason why. But like the few that do have good writing, peak. So you're bisexual, but you lean towards women. I would like to say that, except I haven't actually like been with a woman. I identify as bisexual though, but women scare me. I have a hard time like talking to a woman in like a romantic way. There was a few girls like in high school that I had a crush on, but I never pursued anything. A, because my mom was not the most accepting, and B, I couldn't tell if they were into women. So like yeah. And I still am introverted, but I didn't have any like gateway into like queer spaces either, so it's like you can still be bisexual without being with. I agree with that, but it's still just like, I know a lot of other people would be like, well, you're not a real bisexual, so like, but no, I agree, like you don't have to necessarily be with any, but like there's a lot of like straight men that are virgins, but they still know that they're straight, so no, but I women scare me, I'm not gonna lie. Like if a random man is flirting with me, I'm just kind of like, that's icky. But like if a woman like just compliments me in like passing by, I'm just like, and I'm like sweating and I'm like, oh god. I'm introverted as well. Okay, question, what is your type for a man and woman? I feel like I don't really have one type. Unless if we're like specifically talking like fictional, I definitely have like a type for fictional characters, but for real people, I'm very much more so about like the personality. I would say like, I guess like I really like alternative style, like people that dress alternatively. Like I've always thought that was cool. I personally am too fucking lazy to dress like super alternatively myself, but I fucking love the super detailed like outfits with like all the different accessories and like the makeup and everything. I think it's sick. I personally A, can't do makeup, and B, even if I could, I don't have the like energy to get myself to do all of that every day. And I know not everybody that is alternative does it every day, but like I can't even do it once, let alone multiple times. Correct answer. So my therapist actually helped me come out as pansexual. That is a good therapist. I'm glad that they were able to help you with that. Like my mom knows that I'm bi, but she's like the type of, it's not that she like hates it per se. She's the type of boomer that's like, oh, it's just a phase, like bisexuality isn't real, like you're either gay or you're straight. She's like that kind of, she's that kind of boomer. I think I also like struggle talking with women because I feel like, I don't want to say femininity scares me, but it's very intimidating because I am very much like tomboyish. I think like feminine shit's like, I think makeup and shit's really cool when they do makeup and stuff, but like I personally can't do it. So I feel like I get intimidated by like super feminine women. I like masculine women too, though. But they all make me nervous. It doesn't matter if they're femme or masculine. I'm just like, holy shit. I get nervous. I was confused if I was pan or bi. I'm at my candles and my deities keep laying them by themselves. Oh boy. I think technically, like, I'm technically pansexual. I label myself as bisexual though, mainly just because I like the color of the flag more. If I'm being honest. Like, if a hot non-binary person walks up to me and is like, hey, little mama, let me whisper in you. Like, I'm not gonna fucking be upset about that. Yeah, like, I know, like, pan and bi are under the same umbrella, but, like, technically, like, bi is specifically two. So, like, some people only like men and women, or, like, whatever, right? Like, whatever combo. But I would say technically I'm pan, but I like the bi flag more. I don't know. I like the colors. I didn't even know what pansexual was for, like, the long... Like, I didn't know what pansexual was until I was in my teens, and, like, by the time I realized I was bisexual, like, I was in, like, grade 7. You could say you're both. Yeah. I just don't... I don't know. I don't really care too much about labels, because, like, I don't know. For example, if we want to get technical, like, I don't really necessarily feel like a girl or a boy. Like, I would probably say that I'm non-binary, but it's a lot... For me, it's just, like, it's complicated to explain that, so, like, if people want to call me whatever, I don't really give a shit. That's why, to me, it's funny when I'm playing Counter-Strike, and then, like, somebody's, like, trying to be toxic, and they're like, are you a girl or a boy? And I'm like, does it matter? Like, I don't care what you call me whatever. I really don't give a shit. And, like, I know they're just trying to be annoying and, like, toxic, but little do they know. Little do they know that actually makes me happy that they can't tell. I win. Oh no, I don't fucking... I've been on the internet for a long time. Of course I'm human, and, like, you know, there's the odd day where it's just, like, it actually, like, tilts me a little bit, but then I remember, like, the people that are saying that kind of shit are doing it, A, to be inflammatory, and B, because they're bored, and, like, they don't, like, they're generally, like, pretty miserable people. Usually I don't even give them time of day, but then sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be toxic back. And then I hit them right in the feels. Actually, there was one guy recently, like, fairly recently, that I made really mad. And I made him so mad that he tried to add me after the game. Because I said something pretty... I'm not gonna repeat it because it was pretty bad, but I said something pretty bad, and, like, it obviously got to him. Because, yeah, like I said, he tried to add me after the game, and I was like, nah, like, I'm not gonna give you more attention. I do have to go to bed, but I want to keep reading before work tomorrow. Fair enough. So Fourth Wing has some spicy scene, but it's only every 10 chapters. I'll have to look into it at some point. I have a couple of, like, specifically, like, romantic books I haven't read yet. But I don't want to, like, start a book while I'm already reading another book. I'm definitely going to try to read a couple chapters tonight, because I only read 2 chapters in that City of Bones book. Read the other book first. Yeah, I have a bunch of other books that I gotta fucking get through. I also have a bunch of, like, manga and, like, fucking webcomics that I'm in the midst of reading as well. I have too much shit going on. But it's kind of good to have a couple of different pieces of media to jump between. because I like a wide range of different genres of media. So sometimes I'll be like watching or reading something and it's like dealing with very heavy topics, and then like sometimes I need a break from that and I'm like, all right, time to watch something silly and fun so that I don't get too depressed. Whenever you're ready, I got the audiobook. You can use whenever you get the book. Also read the book with the audiobook. I don't know if I can... I don't know if I would like an audiobook, if I'm being honest. I feel like I'm a fairly fast reader, and an audiobook I don't know if would, like, be good for me. I feel like I would just end up reading ahead. Because I remember even in, like, school, when we would, like, read along with, like, the teacher reading the book, I would just read ahead. But I would definitely like to read that book. Also, hi, Raspy. I hope you're doing great. It helps you hear the voices. Low-key. Kind of the same deal with, like, seeing what the characters look like in my head. I have, like, my own voices for characters. I don't know if I would enjoy an audiobook per se. It's weird because, like, I've listened to other people read, like, creepypastas and stuff, but if I'm gonna do an audiobook, I'm only gonna listen to an audiobook. I don't know if I could have the book in front of me and then also be like reading it at the same listening to the audio at the same time. I feel like that would trip me up. So it would have to be like one or the other. I hate a character with a burning passion in this book. I like severely want to stab him. There's always got to be a character like that. Yeah, doing good. You? I'm doing great. Big chillin' tonight. Oh, I forgot the cheek marks. Shit. Yeah, I'm big chillin' tonight. Working on this piece some more. I have to like try. I've been trying to remember to add the moles, and this time I added the moles, but then almost forgot the cheek marks, which are important. It's a vital part of this character design. He's a whiny little bitch. Okay, but is he like a whiny little bitch, like, for good reason? Or is he just a whiny little bitch for the sake of being a whiny little bitch? Like, sometimes people are like, this character's a whiny little bitch and I hate them. Like, for example, what's his face? Zenitsu from fucking Demon Slayer. And it's like, I kind of understand, but at the same time, if I was a kid and I just got, like, sent out to kill demons and, like, I'm not very confident in myself, I would also probably be freaking out about dying. Or, like, I haven't even seen Attack on Titan, but there's people that, like, I don't even remember which character name is, but people complain about a certain character and they're like, oh, he's so annoying, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, they're, like, battling, like, flesh-eating giants, dude. Like, I don't know. No, he's a whiny little bitch because he's trying to force his friend to leave when she keeps telling him no. Oh. Oh, classic nice guy. Or like one of my favorite anime, like Sailor Moon. In like the first season of Sailor Moon, she's pretty like whiny, like she's literally a crybaby, but she like grows throughout the series. That's just like one of her initial flaws, like character flaws. He keeps saying, if you won't do it for you, do it for me type. Oh my god. Bold of you to assume that I care about you, dude. Okay, that's valid though. I also probably would hate that character. Oh my god, Kay. When I first started watching fucking Arcane, there's this character named Milo. And this isn't a spoiler because it's in like the first episode, but there's a character named Milo, and he has stupid fucking eyebrows, and he's such a little bitch ass, and I hate him. I hate that guy. He is my least favorite character in that entire series. Which is ironic because there's some pretty awful villains in that series, but holy fuck, I hate this guy. I hate him and his stupid fucking eyebrows. He's got dumb, stupid looking... I'm gonna show a picture of Milo from fucking Arcane if you guys haven't seen it yet. Because he's that annoying looking and I hate him this much. And he's just like a fucking, like, cocky little piece of shit, and I absolutely fucking hate him. He's got stupid big eyebrows, and he looks like a literal Neanderthal. Like, look at this fucking idiot. Like, does he not have a punchable face? I fucking hate him. I've seen Milo. Yeah, this is for, like, anybody that hasn't seen Milo, though. He's fucking ugly and stupid. I don't care that he's a child. He's fucking ugly, and he's stupid, and I hate him. And he's got stupid fucking eyebrows, and he doesn't even have a good personality to make up for his stupid fucking eyebrows and other character flaws. He's a dumb idiot. I hate him. But yeah, anyways, fuck Milo. This is like the Milo hate club. He's fucking dumb. Dumb, stupid, stinky idiot. Fucking Milo. Lucy's tunes are absolutely banging. I should make a t-shirt that says I hate Milo on it. I hate Milo Arcane. I don't even know if he has a back... or not a... what the fuck am I trying to say? I don't even know if he has a last name. I was gonna say a background name, and I was like, that's not the fucking term for that. What the hell? I don't know what color I want to make this hockey stick. Maybe I'll just make it, like, gray. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, we hate Milo around here. Fuck Milo. He's stupid and dumb. I have met people IRL that I just didn't like at all for no reason. I could discern them only to find out they were assholes underneath, and people would put up with them just cause. I have had that before too. I've had that more so specifically with, like, content creators. Like, there's certain content creators that I just never watched because, like, I just got, like, a bad vibe from them. And, like, I couldn't put my finger on exactly what the problem was. And then, like, a couple years later, it's like, oh, they, like, touched kids. And it's like, wow, that's fucking crazy. How that happens. Not good for the children, obviously, but... The way that, like, I'll literally be like, yeah, I feel like this guy is, like, a fucking weirdo. And then it comes on, it's like, Minecraft YouTuber caught sending nudes to children, and it's like, wow, I can't believe I fucking called that. It's unfortunate that I called that, really. I don't like that that happened. But it's like... It's one of those moments where it's like, I hate that I'm right. It's like, I hope that I'm wrong. But then when it happens, it's like, damn. I was unfortunately correct. I wish I wasn't. Oh, man. I guess I should label some of these. I don't even know if I'm gonna end up shading this, but we'll see. Ugh. It's worse when you find proof, but no one believes you. And then you're right, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to mute that. Unmute. Yeah, I hate, like, being right about that kind of stuff. Because it's like, you know, we've already got enough, like, child touchers in the world. I don't think we need any more, honestly. Kind of fucked up that they even exist in the first place. I'll never understand that. I feel like some more of this should be like that is definitely white. This is all white. You and me both. Yeah, it's fucking nasty. Absolutely abhorrent. I don't even feel comfortable, like, talking to people that are underage. Even if it's, like, completely, like, innocuous, I don't like talking to random kids. The only, like, kids that I talk to are my, like, nieces and nephews and stuff. Yeah, fuck it, Weeball. Weeball. As a guy, I feel like looking at a child for a second too long could land me in jail. I mean, I understand, like, what you mean to a degree, but let me drop an unfortunate fact. Most predators of that variety, even if they're convicted, I think, like, there's only, like, 4% of them that actually get jail time. And that's the people that are actually, like, found to be guilty. So, I think he'll be okay. But, like, I understand, like, the sentiment, I guess. It's unfortunate that you feel that way, but, yeah. If I'm laughing, I shouldn't laugh. I'm laughing because it's, like, such a fucked up situation, but, like, if the people that are actually found guilty of doing these things aren't getting jail time, then you'll be okay, is what I was trying to get at. I laugh not because it's funny, I laugh to cope with the fact that it even exists, but yeah. I hear you, bacon, big dog. Fuck, what color do I want to... I think I said I was gonna make this a green color. Was what I was thinking. Because I know, like, red is, like, the more, like, stereotypical Canadian, like, plaid color, but... I have a green one, I realized, so we're gonna go with a nice dark green, because I have a green one. I just had to... Oh. I just turned off my blue light filter. Fuck, does that ever hurt my eyes? I can't believe I used to sit down and stare at a bright-ass screen all day without a fucking blue light filter on as a kid. No wonder my eyes would get so sore when I would stay up late. Yeah, I think I'm in line for a little spa day tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a little face mask. If I fucking had hair still. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, this might break y'all. maybe mute or skip this part if this is gonna break your immersion on me, but I'm fucking bald in real life because I shaved all my hair off. I got sick of having long ass hair and I was like, fuck this shit, and then I just shaved it all off. I don't regret it, but it's not the first time I've done this, but yeah, I was gonna say if I had hair, I'd fucking put a hair mask on. I got like little tiny hairs, but I don't think it'll help putting a bunch of product on little tiny hairs. So I still like oil my hair from time to time. There was like this one particular like hairstyle that I wanted to try, and then I forgot that I wanted to try that hairstyle before I fucking buzzed it all off, and then I was like, oh, I can't do the hairstyle I want to do now because I shaved it all off. But it's okay, because it'll grow back. I feel like my hair grows relatively quickly, so I should be good. Give it a couple of months and I'll be able to try it out. Most certainly. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh god. Oh, my eyes are hurting just staring at this. Jesus. I have to, like, remind myself when I go to drop off rent that, I have to get my landlord to come in and fix the fucking light. Or, like, at least give me the shit to fix the light. Or maybe I'll look into, I bet you I can buy smaller, like, light strips. Because I have, like, a Philips Hue bridge. So maybe I'll just invest in some light strips for these ones. The bedroom ones. Because then I can have colored lights. And I could, oh, that'll be nice. I can put a light timer on. Actually, let me see if I can find that real quick. Real quick, like. Oh, okay. Apparently I'm not typing. Why is it like $80 fucking? Whatever. Anyways. Okay, and then we'll... That's not big enough. It's not big enough. Oh, that's what she said. Where the fuck? Hang on, let me check something really quick. Where's my fucking plaid shirt? Where's me fucking plaid shirt on? You know what, this one isn't the one I'm looking for, but... Okay. Interesting. Interesting! Oh... My noggin is itchy. Is it gonna go to the next one automatically? No! Of course not. I'm gonna have to fucking click it manually. I hate that shit. Oh! This is kind of a bop. Okay. If you do clouds, you should make one look like a maple leaf. Low-key, I was gonna be just lazy and just put the fucking Canadian flag in the background. Cause I was like, like I could do like a nice mountain range of like clouds and shit, but then I was like, but then I have to draw a background. And like, I've done backgrounds before, but like, fuck, do I hate doing that. It's not, okay, maybe hate is not the right word, But it's very time consuming and I lose interest very quickly. Sometimes I'll like get into like the flow state though, and then I will and then I'll be fine, and then I'll actually enjoy it, but like a lot of times I feel I don't like doing it a lot of times. But it's also probably because the way that I do my art, like, I end up putting too much detail into the background, because I'm trying to, like... I have a very, like, cartoony, like, anime-esque style, and, like... I can't do, like, a painterly style very well. And I don't think it really suits my art style well. So I end up putting too much detail into it. And I think it ends up looking stinky. This area is gonna be fucked right on the elbow here, but that's fine. Is it gonna go next on its own? No! Doesn't like me. But yeah, I was just gonna put the fucking Canada flag in the background. Be a lazy fuck for once. Well, not for once. I'm a pretty lazy fuck for the most part, honestly. But, you know. I'm like debating on even doing shading for this. If I do shading, it's gonna be very, like, basic bitch shading. I fully respect the people that, like, give it their all for every single drawing that they do, but I can't do that anymore. I can't. Well, it's not that I can't, I choose not to. I have too many other hobbies that I want to do. I can't be fucking around too much. Spending 8 years on art all the time. Sometimes I just want to get the piece done. Sometimes I don't mind taking my sweet time on that, but a lot of the time I'm just like, man, I just want to fucking finish the piece, dude. I just want to finish something. Such is life. Such is the life of the artist, though. I also just, like, do things in a very slow way. Like, I've seen some artists that are, like, crazy and, like, got all the fucking, like, shortcuts down and they just fucking go ham on it. But, man. I don't know, man. It don't happen very fast for me. Actually, for like the longest time when I was doing digital art, I didn't even know what the clipping that like layer was. And I remember the day that I learned about clipping masks, like, changed my life forever as a digital artist. I was watching like another artist who is really great and awesome. And I was like, oh man, like, like, coloring sucks and, like, shading sucks cause, like, I have to, like, keep it in, like, the same color and, like, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, are you doing digital art? And I was like, I am, yeah. And he's like, let me show you something real quick. And then he showed me what the fucking clipping layer was, and I was like, holy fuck, dude! I can do that! And he's like, yep. And then, yeah, I fucking never went back. Do you prefer digital, pens, pencils, markers, or paint? I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself much of a painter. I've dabbled in it a little bit here and there. I would say that for traditional art, I am more of like a marker and like inks kind of person. As for if I prefer, like what one I prefer overall, I personally, I like digital art just because there's a lot of ways to like fix things quickly, whereas in traditional art, some of the like fixes are not as quick and easy. But I still do enjoy doing traditional pieces quite a bit. So, but I would say that I prefer digital over it. But then sometimes I have a really bad itch and I do traditional's the only thing that can cure it, you know what I mean? Either way, as long as I'm able to draw, I'm happy. I like using, this might be a little bit, I don't know if this is necessarily controversial, but if I'm using pencils, I personally prefer mechanical pencils. I don't know why. I just do. I also enjoy using ballpoint pen a lot. I like fucking around with ballpoint pen. Same, yeah. I like, I've used, like, professional pencils before, and, like, I have a bunch of sets of them. But very rarely am I ever using them. Very rarely am I using them to create a piece. I feel like they're useful if you're trying to do more... What's the word? If you're trying to do more, realistic stuff. But and like, don't get me wrong, like you can 100% use it for like more cartoony stuff, but I find that it is definitely better for more realistic stuff. That being said, again, I have indeed used those types of pencils for like a traditional drawing or like a cartoony type drawing. The only thing I don't like about pencils is that they smear all over the place, and then actually, you know what? Never mind. That doesn't even fucking matter. Because I get smudges on my hand from inks and stuff too. It doesn't matter what sort of traditional medium I use. I'm always going to get some of it on my hands. But yeah, as long as I'm able to create, that's the important thing for me. I think the upside for like traditional art versus digital art is I can take traditional art anywhere. Theoretically, you could say that you can take digital art anywhere as well, as long as you have like the proper stuff. But the stuff that I use for digital art is not... It's not super friendly for like travel. I've tried drawing on an iPad before. I don't really like it that much personally. The glass is too smooth, and I know you can get like screen protectors that feel more like paper. In my opinion, they don't really feel like paper personally. And also they destroy your pen if you don't get like the metal one. But yeah, I have like tiny sketchbooks that I'll bring with me. Like I have a tiny pencil case with a bunch of like Copic markers and like a pencil and eraser and like some inking pens and stuff. So if I'm going anywhere, I'll usually bring that with me, and then if I want to draw, I'll bust it out and go crazy with it. Actually, I'm almost done my one tiny sketchbook that I have, but I have some other ones that are slightly larger. I'm excited to start a new sketchbook. I've kind of like started considering if I wanted to maybe like sell them, but then it's like I don't really like, I want to sell them because I think it would be cool to share my art, but at the same time it's like I like looking back on like all the stuff that I've done. So it's hard. Maybe if I am gonna like give it to anybody, it'll be one of my friends, but there's some like pretty cool concepts in this sketchbook that I kind of want to try redrawing digitally at some point. But yeah, I definitely, I just like drawing. I like drawing. Sell copies? I could. The only, like, do you mean like individual prints, or do you mean like sell like an art book, like of the whole sketchbook? I would like to sell prints at some point. Don't know. Well, I asked because like the individual prints would be cheaper to do, and I could do that at home, but if I were to sell like an art book, I'd have to go to an actual like publisher because I don't have the means to make my own books. I'm sure I could buy the stuff to do it, but I don't think the glue would be good for the budgies. I feel like that would be stinky. I do want to sell stickers and stuff at some point. I have a couple of sticker designs already. One of them I kind of have to fuck around with because I'm not used to like printing and like making sure that my prints are 𝙻𝚴 friendly. So the one design that I have, I did like a couple of like print tests. The one is like totally fine, but the other one is like a ghost face sticker. And because Ghostface is entirely different shades of black, my printer does not differentiate well between the different shades of black, so I'm gonna have to fuck around with it and make it like purple and blue. I wonder if the Grubbles might have some wisdom. Perhaps. I don't know any Grubbles in real life though. I've never met a Grubble. We don't take kindly to Grubbles around these parts. Official order is anti-group list. Getting cancelled again for being anti-group list after getting cancelled for asking about what makes a cute foot versus an ugly foot. What's next? What am I gonna get cancelled for next? For being too fucking hot and sexy, probably. I don't know. I'm gonna get cancelled for having too big of a wiener. For rounded toast. I ain't never heard of rounded toast. Be thankful. Why would they round a toast? I feel like that's rude. Is this a fucking saxophone or a clarinet? Either way, it sounds fucking ballin'. The War of Colbinshire, remember? Fuck no. I don't know history, are you kidding me? Who do you think I am? Some kind of smart guy? You think I'm a fucking smart guy? I ain't a fucking smart guy. I may have a big wiener. But, alas, I am not super smart. I'm a big, dumb, stupid himbo. We all a little dumb. This is facts. This is weird. Maybe if I make this. Oh dear. Where do we begin with this one? Oy oy oy. Oh. How the fuck? I don't know, something like that. I don't know how things work. I wonder if Jimmy's still playing Night Rain. He's pretty quiet. I haven't heard him, like, scream in a minute. Ah, good enough. Fuck it. We ball. Yeah, buddy. God damn, it's taking me like 2.5 hours to fucking do nothing. To accomplish absolutely nothing. No, I'm kidding. We're making progress. We're making good progress here. See, this is what I love about writing. Inspiration could come out of nowhere. I commented you, a streamer on the internet I've never met, would be cancelled for a rounded toast which originated in the war of Goldenshire a long time ago. A very long time ago. I don't need the fucking stabilization on anymore. Take that shit off. I'm over it. Now I have ideas for literal world lore. There you go. Oh no. Get the fuck out of here. Be gone. Ah! Ah! Beep 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 bow. Ba-da-ba-dum bam ba-dum bow. You know what, I'm gonna put this under. Because here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be strategic. The fuck does a Canadian... Oh, wait, that's right. We still have all of these. They're so cute. Such cute little boys. Melted ice check. Ooh, water time. Water. Alright, come here, you fucking goose. What are their- wait, what are their fucking tail feathers? Wait, that's not the right one. What do their tail feathers look like? What you look like, little goose? They got black peats. And black tail feathers. Put the fork away. Peter, the horse is here. Little Pete's. We'll fuck around with erasing all that in a minute. Tail. Pete's. Tail. Fucking moose. These geese are so fucking cute, dude. Fucking geese. There's this one person on my TikTok For You page that I see, and they're always like posting pictures of them sitting around the geese families, and they're so freaking adorable, man. They got little beady eyes, and the little babies, when they like learn how to attack, it's so funny because they're just little fuzzballs and they're running around fucking hissing at things, at the other duckies. It's so fucking cute, man. Goodness gracious me. Oh, hang on. Just do this real quick. Yeah. My nose. We'll erase the outside bits and then I'll fix the inside bits. Hang on. Do Canadian geese have black tongues or do they have pink tongues? What kind of... Oh yeah, they got a little pink mouth. Oh yeah, that's right. They have like little tiny teeth inside their beak. I forgot about that. Actually, I remember talking to somebody and they were like, you have to be careful if a goose bites at your fucking heel because they can literally prevent you from walking again. If they get you in your fucking Achilles heel. I don't care though. I would risk not being able to walk again to pet a singular geese. A singular goosen. A goosey geese. This makes me want to play Animal Crossing, but it doesn't want to make me play New Horizons, because the old Animal Crossings are low-key better. And that's a hill I'll die on, honestly. Like, yeah, New Horizons had a bunch of cool quality of life stuff, but I feel like the other games had more personality. New Horizons feels very sanitized compared to, like, Wild World. I would say that Wild World is my favorite iteration of Animal Crossing, if I'm being completely honest here. Do they have white underbellies too? What the fuck? What colors do you have, little goose? It's like kinda white. What does a Canadian goose look like? It's like white on top with a little bit of like toasted marshmallowiness. No, not the Pete's. You know what? This is what we're gonna do instead. Bubblegum KK. It's like one of the songs that you can get in Animal Crossing that you can put on your stereo or whatever. Yeah, no problem. Their little cheeks. I love Canadian geese. They're so adorable, man. I love their little peats. Little slappy, flappy peats. I wish I could get into, like, falconry. But that's, like... That's not just, like, a profession that you can choose, unfortunately. It's, like... It's one of those, like, jobs where it's, like... You have to, like, either be born into it, or you gotta, like, know a guy that knows a guy. And, like, you have to be fucking chosen. Imagine fucking training falcons for a living. Oh my god, I should... Okay. I don't know if medieval times... I don't know, like, where it all is. Like, where all the establishments are, but there's one in Toronto. And, for those that are unfamiliar with what medieval times is, it is a it's like a dinner and a show, and everything is medieval themed. And before you sit down, you get put in like a section, and you have like a knight that you cheer for, and they bring you like a meal, and you eat your meal while you watch jousting. and like sword battles and shit. It's fucking sick. Anyways, yeah, so there's like a falconry bit in the show that they do. So they have a falconer on site at all times. I should go and talk to them and be like, hey, how do I get it to doing this job? Please, I want to work with the boys. That would be such a fucking sick job. I would love that. Like, hell yeah, I get to take care of a falcon? Fuck yeah. I want to go sometime. I think there's one somewhere in Dallas, but I don't know. I've been twice as a kid, and it fucking slaps. I want to go again at some point, and I want to take Jimmy, because he's never been to one. And it's such an experience. And the food, like, the way that I'm and like, this might just be, like, nostalgia goggles, but the way that I'm remembering the food, it fucking slapped. I have like a, I don't know if I have a sword. I definitely have a shield though. I have like a fucking shield that I got last time I was there when I was a kid. But yeah, there's like a bunch of different nights. And I don't know if they still do this, but like they used to like throw roses at like the fucking audience. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a sick experience. I honestly want to go to the Royal Ontario Museum again. I'm weird. I like going to museums. I like going to look at all the rocks. It's my I like looking at the rocks and the fossils. It's hands down like my favorite areas in any sort of like museum. Like, fuck yeah. Show me the shiny rocks and like the big fucking bones. Like, some of these animals are fucking huge, man. Or like the taxidermy section is cool too. If they even have a taxidermy. Not all of them have taxidermy sections, but yeah, I love going to museums. I want to go to Canada's Wonderland again too, but then I was reading online that they don't. So they used to have like when you got up to the actual ride part, they used to have like a little, what's the word? Like a shelf type thing, and you would put your like your bag or whatever there, and then after you were done on the ride, you would get your bag and dip. But they got rid of that now, and instead what they're doing is they're making people pay for fucking lockers and stuff. Apparently fanny packs are okay, so I might be alright. But like, you're not allowed to bring backpacks with you to the rides. And now they're like charging people for lockers to put their shit in, which I think is fucking stupid. But it sucks because I like going for the rides. I personally enjoy roller coasters quite a bit. Even if, like, at first I'm like, and I'm, like, freaking the fuck out. And again, that's a place that Jimmy's never been to, so I want to bring him. Because he's not from Ontario. He's from fucking Alberta. Fun fact about Texas, the town of 𝙲𝚽𝙺 in northwest Texas is closer to 6 other capitals than it is to Austin, Texas capital. That's interesting. I've only been to Texas once. It was alright. Everyone could tell I was Canadian though. Because it was winter time and everybody in Texas is wearing sweaters and stuff, and I'm fucking out and about in shorts and a t-shirt, and everyone was like, "Are you Canadian?" And I'm like, "Yeah, how could you tell?" And they're like, "Oh, it's chilly and you're in shorts and a t-shirt." And I'm like, "Nah, this is nice weather." It was funny because it was like super fucking cold in my area when I went down there. Like I took a train to Toronto because I'm not fucking driving there and I'm not leaving my car there for a week. So whenever I flew out, I would take the train to Toronto, and then I would stay in a hotel overnight and then take my flight the next day. And it was so fucking cold that the door of the train was frozen shut, and they had to like chip the ice away just to open this stuff. And then they were like, "Yeah, we have to wait a second because oh, it's finally playing next automatically. Let's go." And then they finally were like, "Yeah, we have to wait for a minute because the tracks were frozen too, so they had to chip ice off the tracks." And I was like, "Thank God I don't have to work outside." The few times I've been to the States, I'm always astounded at, like, the portion sizes that they give for food. I'm like, holy fuck, like... Yeah, we're built to endure the 40 degrees Celsius. A foot of snow once sent us in a lockdown. I seen, like... Because the only reason why I went to Texas is because my boyfriend at the time, was going to school there, and I remember like the one time he was like, "Yeah, we had like an inch of snow and like school's canceled now." I was like, wow, I wish fucking school would be canceled for me when we had a fucking inch of snow. And like I get like you guys don't have the equipment to deal with it, but I was just like, fuck man, like I wish I could fucking call into work because of an inch of snow. Honestly, like, this is gonna, like, make me sound like a boomer, but nowadays, kids get so many fucking snow days. It's insane. And, like, most of the days that they're getting off, not even that bad. Not even that bad. And it pisses it like it's like, man, when I was in fucking high school and elementary school, it had to be so cold that there was like frostbite warnings, or there had to be like a literal ice storm where it was not drivable for us to get a fucking like school canceled. And then sometimes they would do this thing where they would fucking cancel the buses, but they wouldn't cancel school. So they'd be like, if you guys want to drive your kids to school or fucking make them walk, which my mom fucking did, by the way. Yeah, it was just like, fuck, man. And then you would be like the only person in school because all of the other parents have like 2 fucking brain cells touching and actually, you know, fucking can like pay for like a babysitter or whatever, or like have somebody at home that can take care of the kids. And then, like, I would be the only fucking person at school. Only fucking person at school because my mom just didn't want to fucking deal with having her kids. And it's like, fuck sakes, man. Some would say an inch is a lot. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. But, like, fucking, like, when I was working at my other job, there was, like, a couple of high schoolers that would work there, and they'd be like, yeah, like, we had the fucking day off today. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, it's not even that bad out, and you guys got school off? That's crazy. Insane. It's like, there's no way you guys got fucking school off today. If I was in... And it's like, why the fuck did I not get... Like, why didn't I get fucking time off from school? What the hell, man? Makes me angry. It's like, why didn't I get those days off too? Like, I should have had way more days off. What the fuck? No, literally, like, back in my fucking day, if I was fucking in school, literally, like, it's gotta be so bad out that, like, if you step outside, you fall and break your neck. Unironically. Literally, like, a back in my day moment. And I hate saying that, because it makes me sound like my parents, but, like, fuck, man. I'm glad the kids nowadays are getting more of a break, but it's like, goddamn, like, why the fuck did I not get breaks like this? The hell? I would have liked more snow days too, but no. I don't fucking get more snow days. I would have loved to fucking stay home on a fucking cold ass day with like 6 feet of snow. Have a little fucking... Oh yeah, that's right. Have a little, hot chalky. Only thing you have to worry about is keeping the driveway shoveled. Even, honestly, like, even shoveling the driveway sucks. I'm kind of glad on one hand that I don't have a driveway that I have to shovel. But on the other hand, I'm getting, like, old to the point where, like, I kind of miss having yard work a little bit. Like, we have a nice backyard, but I am not the one that takes care of it. It's my downstairs neighbor that takes care of it. And he does a great job with it. But, sometimes I'm like, I wish I just had my own place, so that way if I wanted to... you know, plant some flowers or something, then I don't have to fucking ask. I can just do it, and then I'm not heightening the property value of somebody else's property. I honestly don't think I'm gonna be able to own a house, unfortunately. Unless if something is done about, like, the price of housing in Canada. Because, like, the average house around here, and, like, keep in mind... Not even a good house. Like, a fucking dog shit, like, house that has a lot of work that needs to be done, is, like, minimum, like, 300,000. And, like, you might be like, well, like, it's not that bad. And it wouldn't be that bad if rent, like, the average rent in the area is, like, $1,200 for, like, a fucking 1-bedroom. And that's not even, it's not even including utilities either. So it's just like, holy shit. Not only is it near impossible to save, but like everything is so fucking expensive. And the worst part is it's not really much better anywhere else, unless if you want to go to like very remote areas. But then the problem with very remote areas is that the work that they have available is very, like, specific and, like, skilled labor. So, like, oh, Fucking go out east. Okay, like, you're gonna be a fisherman, basically. Oh, go out west. Okay, you're gonna work on the oil rigs then. So, it's just like, fuck, man. There's no winning. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. I got no school days, though. I literally lived at my school. My mom was my teacher / assistant principal, and my dad was the principal. Only one of my class, though, so forever valedictorian. I would fucking hate that. Maybe if my parents were, like, capable adults, it wouldn't be terrible, but with my parents in particular, that sounds like absolute fucking cancer. I'm not gonna lie. Snow days. Oh, you meant to say snow days. Well, yeah, you live in Texas. You wouldn't be getting snow days. And the odd time you did, it would be for, like, not even a foot of snow. Now I'm craving hot chocolate and I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll make some hot chocolate tomorrow. I have a salted caramel flavored hot chocolate and fuck is it good. So good. Yeah, no, that sounds like a good day to me. Fucking little spa day with a face mask and some hot chalky. Or maybe some tea. I have so much tea, I should probably be drinking tea, honestly. Look at how cute these geese are. I love them. I want to give them a little smooch on the head, a little mwah, right on the noggin. Oopsies. Oopsie daisies. Teehee. Oopsies. Stop it. Stop misbehaving. Stop it. Don't do it, little brush, please. I don't want to have to punish you. We'll send you to brush hell. Brush jail. What the fuck is this shit? What the hell, man? Ugh. I'm building a Minecraft and I need so much white concrete, it never ends. It's a pain to get since you need sand, gravel, white dye, then place it all. And water sulfide, then mine it again. Oh. Yeah, that sounds tedious to say the least. If it makes you feel any better, I'm building gambling machines in survival Minecraft and it requires a bunch of redstone shit. Which is fine and dandy, except some of the redstone stuff I have to go to the fucking nether for because it requires nether quartz to make. Which thankfully is pretty abundant in the nether, but because I'm playing on modded Minecraft, there's a bunch of extra mobs now. And one of the mobs is called, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a slingshot dude, and he like fucking flings other enemies at you, and he is really annoying. And one of them spawned right beside my nether portal. So when I went into the nether, he fucking slapped me in the head and sent me flying off the edge, and then I fell into lava and died. Now, thankfully, because of one of the mods on the server, I didn't lose all of my shit, but it was a bitch and a half trying to get it back, because I was also right beside a piglin brute spawn. So, I kept getting my ass kicked, because I was like, I'm not gonna make new armor every time I die to just go and get fucked up again. And then it took me forever to figure out how to get down, to where I had died, without dying, and I kept, like, falling off the edge of shit. And then I figured out that if I, like, crouch on a block, and I, like, move backwards as far as possible, I can place a block directly under the block that I'm standing on. And then once I figured that out, it's fine. And then I got Freddy Fazbear jump scared by a fucking mosquito in the nether, because that's one of the mobs they decided to add. And I can't even escape, I can't even escape the terror in the overworld while I am in caves, because they decided to add cave centipedes. And cave centipedes, when they attack you, do a lot of fucking poison damage. So it was, yeah. I was a little tilted. That also sucks. Yeah, it was something. That's for sure. But yeah. Okay. I didn't really get as much work done as I wanted on this. I got a good chunk of it done, but I don't know. I'm just a slow worker, I guess. If I want to fucking get shit done faster, I should just fucking work faster, dumbass. But anyways, I'm gonna call it a night because it's 4 in the morning for me. I'm gonna try and fix my sleep schedule so that way I can start streaming at like an earlier time, and then I can stream for longer as well, which means I can get more shit done. I could technically just stream longer right now, but not super smart. So yeah. I will be live on Saturday with some Counter-Strike 2. In the meantime, stay safe, peace, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys Saturday. Yeah. Sleep well. Bye-bye.